Shabbat Shalom, King that we here. Just thought I'd come forth and bring forth this information that the Most High wanted me to bring forth really quickly. Hope you're enjoying your Sabbath day. So Jacob's trouble timeline in the end times. Biblical prophecy. The 7-year tribulation is divided into 3.5 years. So 3.5 separate parts. The first half, I believe, began around October the 8th, 2020. That's when coronavirus is going on and all that. The first half involves general global conflict, deceit, and the second half, 3.5 years, I believe, began on April the 8th, 2024, on my birthday. I feel this is fulfilling of Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. This is our historical document, remember, where it states, "At that time, Michael the great prince will stand up for the people," referring to the Afro-Asiatics. April the 8th, 2024 solar eclipse was the midway point of Jacob's trouble. October the 20th, 27 will mark the end of that 7-year tribulation. Before the great and dreadful day of Hoya, the sun will be darkened, the stars fall from heaven. Solar eclipse on the 12th of August, 2026, and a meteor shower. Blood moon, end of the month, spoken in the book of Joel, chapter 2, verse 31. The moon will be turned into blood red. The moon will be turned into blood red before the great and terrible day of Hoya. There is a blood red moon this month, August 27th to 28th. First half of Jacob's trouble, 42 months, 1,260 days, global deception, COVID, 5G towers, lockdowns, further pursuing the Luciferian Van Devil system. Remember they sang and danced for you, all to persuade. All to persuade. They sang and danced for you, all to persuade you to take a wicked jab. That was just radiation exposure from the 5G towers. They needed to complete their one world order. That to me seems like the beginning of trouble. Remember, the oppressor locked everyone down. My people were being treated bad as well, as usual. Then Hoya did something. He left a midway marker on my birthday, April the 8th, 2024 solar eclipse, to be married together with the 2017 solar eclipse over America, which created an X. Second half of Jacob's trouble began April the 8th, 2024, on my birthday, fulfilling Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time, Michael, the great prince, will stand up against the treatment of the Israelites, the police brutality, and that's what we're doing. The second half is marked by intense persecution, supernatural plagues, and global war. Look how the children of Israel are treated. Remember, Oliver Cromwell got rid of the true divine right to rule and kicked out my family from Scotland, sent to work on plantations. Also bear in mind the power Arab invaders elites have an ongoing FBI operation, Cointopro, prevention of a black messiah. Also remember Dundee verses 1452, which put the Saracen Negro into perpetual servitude. There is the law of the sea, the Kescovy Act 1666, making out that we're dead in at sea while they still steal our lands while we struggle. Remember, they colonised us. Webster's 1828 dictionary definition of what an American is: the copper-colored tribes founded by the Europeans or by the power of Arab invaders. The book of Joel, end times signs, like I mentioned before, about the blood moon being shown in that, man. These are the end times, man. My birthday, April the 8th, is the midway marker point, yeah, of Jacob's trouble, man. It's the second half, and we're reaching the latter end of that now, man. So if you want to be saved, call upon the name of the living creator, Hoya. Don't just call upon Hoya when you're in times of distress, okay? If I was you, I'd start to seriously think about dropping all the birthdays, the Christmas, all the Halloweens, all the pagan shit. Remember, rend your hearts, yeah, not your garments, man. Do you understand? Don't just turn to the Most High, yeah, when you're in times of need, and then just forget him the majority of the time. If you really care about the Most High, yeah, you'll serve him every single day, and you'll acknowledge that there is a creator, okay? You have to also understand that we are prisoners of war and we get treated shitty, and they practice societal racism. If you don't follow their ways, yeah, people will be against you if you don't follow their ways, if you don't follow the Luciferian ways, you understand? Well, we, the remnant, choose to serve and worship the living creator, Hoya, who leaves signs in the heavens, man. Choose to acknowledge the signs, choose to acknowledge it, or choose not to acknowledge it. It's up to you. End of the day, these are the end times, man. And this is the end plan of salvation on the Messiah. And these are the end times. The creator is Hoya. His law is to be kept. Simple as, man. And my birthday, April the 8th, yeah, was the midway marker point, yeah, of Jacob's trouble, which will come to the end of. You saw the sun go dark, yeah, the 12th of August, and the meteor showers, the stars falling from heaven. And in a few weeks, yeah, you're going to see a blood red moon, man, okay? This is to be told into the book of Joel, our historical document, man. Best believe we've actually redeemed the second time, as scripture states. Praise the high, high, creator forever and ever. Shabbat shalom.